The man on the mic who wields more power than we're willing to admit. He tells the bride when to come in, the groom how to dance. Only answerable, in some cases, to his chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, today we talk about the masters of ceremonies in Nigerian weddings and the pitfalls of repetition. We talk about how those who set trends have a way of just imposing their trends on others, and those who follow have a way of just swallowing it whole. We talk about authenticity, originality for the man who is the second most powerful man at a marriage ceremony. And to do this, I'm not just going to talk by myself. Definitely not. I have Mr. Emeka Emmanuel Akujo, also known as MC Mex. So, in a few, you see him, will pry into his mind, and I hope to have a wonderful conversation.
Okay, today I want to just say one or two things about some very important qualities of being a master of ceremony. As a master of ceremony, always be at your reception venue or at your event venue at least 1 hour before the event kicks off. What this does to you is that it helps you to do a check about the event and everything that needs to be in place, your microphone, your sound check. It gives you heads up so that nothing takes you unaware.
Okay, and so we are back on the couch with Emeka Emmanuel Akujo, MC Mex. This man is a multi-talented man for so many reasons. For those of you who may know him as an actor, you know he's a phenomenal actor. For those of you who may know his song, you know that he's a phenomenal singer. For those of you who have ever had the pleasure and the privilege of witnessing him on the mic as the master of ceremonies for any event, you will know that this man is a maverick. Ladies and gentlemen, MC Mex on my couch.
On your what?
On my couch. Let us be behaving ourselves. We are talking.
Is this your couch?
Yes.
Okay. Adema.
Yes, we're talking about what they call it, statutory ownership. It relates to the status quo antebellum of Section 199.
Will you keep quiet?
Of the Nigerian Constitution. So it is my couch.
Why did you people give me this guy?
You will have to take
to
me.
interview me.
Take me.
God. Take
How far?
you.
No, we have passed it. How far?
I'm good. I'm blessed. To
Nego
God
do
be the
fine
glory.
boy. Nego do fine boy. See, I'm good and blessed.
Please
To God be the
don't make
glory.
me feel, I'm just I'm a very simple guy. I don't like, too much.
You don't do. Mex, we're here to talk about the Nigerian master of ceremonies at weddings.
Okay.
The pitfalls of repetition.
Say again.
The pitfalls of
yeah.
repetition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing. I'm an MC. You are an MC.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know like 1,000 other MCs. I probably know like 1,000 other MCs. Here's the problem that exists now. For weddings, more often than not, or for any other event, there seems to be a template for us.
It's become
Not
stereotypical.
Yes, everybody has a template.
Mm-hmm.
This is my question that exists. And again, me, I'm a fighter. I've fought different things. My question to you now is this. In your own opinion, do you think that you have been able to distinguish yourself? Do you think that you've not been able to follow the crowd? Do you think that you've been able to say, you know what, this is Mex, this is my style? You may do some things, there may be some overlap on the things you do with other MCs, but you can say, you know what, when you listen to me, you know it's me. Do you say you have that?
Of course, everyone has that. I would say everyone, most people or some persons have that, something that sets them apart,
Absolutely.
distinguishes them,
Yeah.
while others pretty much just
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader. We had a meeting recently, MCs, kind of like have this association that, a group we're trying to, an association they're trying to form, and we had a meeting and somebody was trying to, was giving his own, what's it called? That he has this person he's been following for quite a while. I don't want to mention his name anyways. So he was pretty much saying, his mentor wanted him to always follow like
a certain trend.
Yeah, certain trend. This is how I do it. Pretty much it was beginning to sound like the guy. And, some of the whatever comments that came that day to him was like, bro, you need to be distinct.
Absolutely.
You need to create your own style. You need to be yourself for yourself. I mean, you cannot be. It's okay to start off and have somebody you looked up to or still looking up to. I mean, I do, but not to say you are now and then pick like different things from them. There are things you look at and then you want to take and imbibe into yours.
Absolutely.
And all that, but not to now become like that person. So going back to the question, everybody, I have mine, but one of the things I want to use to set myself apart is of course with my approach to events. The approach I use, I try to make it different from every other person, the way every other person would do. And then another way, of course, is to also use my, of course, voice to, everybody's voice or the way they talk is, unique.
Absolutely.
So that's another way to sort of set yourself apart, distinguish yourself so that you don't sound like anybody. Another thing is, or one thing people need to pay attention to, everybody can talk, but not everybody can talk well.
Yes.
If I'm having a conversation with you, we're just chilling, we're just talking.
Absolutely.
I can talk anyhow.
It's
I can,
different.
But some people, the same way they talk, converse,
it's the same way they...
It's not, you don't put that into, there should be a style and you should have that vocal command or voice command, to it. You can't just go on stage and talk as you like, not pay attention to the words that you are saying, So, and oftentimes I've heard people come to me and tell me, oh, okay, this is why they enjoyed the event for different reasons. I mean, I like to throw different things people will enjoy. Sometimes me, dancing or trying to engage the crowd to dance or sing. That's another
your thing,
which is my thing. So that's another way I try to stand out.
Let me cut you off, because if I leave you now, you will talk from now to tomorrow. I know that you have a command of this particular topic, and I know you have passion for it.
Yeah.
Question now to you is, you mentioned, who would you say are your like inspirations, mentors, or people that you just basically, I'm not trying to be them, but I see certain elements of them and then I pick it up?
I'd say there are quite a number of them, like different people that I would look at, and I mean, so long as that person is good enough, like I see some quality in them that is distinct or something that is good, I like it, and I'd like to, just pretty much anybody. I'm sure.
Give me names. Don't beat around the bush.
Okay, I mean, for top people, well established, of course. What's his name? Steve Harvey. It's one of the persons I look up to.
Absolutely.
And I admire so much. With the way he shows and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much about the only person.
Course.
Then for Nigeria, just, because I aspire to sort of reach that level or be around that, how do I describe now? Do what they are doing. People like, what's it called? Name is skipping my head. This guy that, IK. There's IK, there's Ebuka, people like that, because I see that over time they've been able to master the craft.
Yeah.
Because that's what this that's what happens eventually. Because you are consistent with it, over time you will be able to master the craft.
Yeah.
To be able to exactly. And then sometimes it could just be, I have a friend who, when I started, I'd say I started for the record, officially 2020 October. I'd say I, fully accepted to do this and say, you know what, let's do this.
That's 20 what?
2020.
Wow.
Yeah. 2020 October. Yeah, was when I pretty much kicked off. All other times were just, one friend wants you to
just come and host and talk.
Oh, you can talk. Hey, do it now.
Do it.
So
no, absolutely.
But fully, it was in October 2020. Funny enough, my first event was big, but not till this day as I speak to you. Not a single farthing was paid or was given. Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually the people that nobody talks about.
So, anyways, that's on the side.
Yeah.
So,
of course.
There's this guy, my friend, shout out to him, MCJ, Jonathan. He's an absolutely, I found, I see him to be very, like a detailed person, and has a style. He has a style, has a, an approach to his events and how he'll deliver it. And he's naturally like a comedian, I'd say, a funny person. So, till this day, if I don't have an event, or even if I do, if I'm done with my event, sometimes I go meet with him, just to observe. I'm still, I don't think I know anything. And that's how I'd like to.
School of life.
Exactly. Keep learning, so anybody, yourself, the event we had at, what's it called? Real Worry Pickens.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing you MC that event, I was, pretty much, there were some things I saw, you do at the event that I was, inspired by, or I was encouraged by. So it can be anybody, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, of course.
It can be anybody.
I like that.
So long as you have something good I can pick or learn from. I'm open to
my own.
Exactly. So I think, and that's what this event, this industry should be about. We should all grow together. As my friend Jay said, the sky is big enough for everybody to fly.
Yes, of course.
Or to shine. If we're all on the, at like on earth, on the ground, there's, almost like people, I have to wait for you to pass first before
I can move.
But the sky is exactly. The sky is limitless, and everybody can just thrive and fly. So
all right, Max, thank you so much for that. That was you have a way of giving robust answers to questions. You just dwell on it. You are not doing debates. Relax. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we take a quick break to satisfy our sponsors. A quick commercial break. So in 60 seconds, I will be back to talk about Nigerian traditional MCs at weddings, the pitfalls of repetition. And so, see you in 60 seconds.
We're getting ready for Victoria and maybe wait to get this party started. But first, we have to go check on the groom. Please, what's it called? What's the groom's room number? What's 905. 905. How many do we have at the reception?
We have 5
Four.
right there.
5 there. So this guy should be here. All right, let's go. We need to close those doors there. Well done, you guys. Well done.
All right, I'd like to appreciate everyone for watching this wonderful video. Once again, it's the wedding of Dumebi and Victoria. It's been a nice time having to be your host for this event. My name is Chokester General. For more wonderful bridal experiences, please stay put on the African Bridal Experience.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with MC Max on the couch. My brother, how was the break?
Come on, you look at it now. See what it's doing to me.
Absolutely.
I feel great.
The break did not break you, and now we are back. So, very important.
I see what you did there.
They don't know. They don't know what we can do on the mic. Oh
my God. Okay.
So before the break, we talked about plenty things, and I'm not going to recap. Watch it, please, ladies and gentlemen. My question to you now, coming back, is this. We're talking about the pitfalls of repetition, right? And the most important thing, I believe, right, in having your own authentic style, minus self-awareness to know who you are and what you want. Do you understand? And what your style is. I feel like creativity plays a key role, right? Because they will drag me for this. But if you went to a wedding, do you understand now, and the wedding MC did not play shoe game or scavenger hunt, it would seem like there was no wedding. The problem is like, it's not don't play it. It's that some people, those two games are the sum of their entire identity.
Yep.
You bring nothing else to the table. And then I saw you in your last wedding, and then you gathered everybody and did the Jerusalem challenge. I loved it. And I imagine that if I'm there, I want to, it's like when black people do the shuffle at the end of their own weddings. So for you now, what would you say that you were able to come out with and you say, you know what, I'm going to be creative, and then this and this and this are going to be my inputs into the industry. Do you understand? And into my style. And then what is it? I'll follow it up with that. What is it that you feel you do not like the most about the head mentality that a lot of MCs have? What is the key thing that you say, you know what, this one bothers me the most? That's gone on way too long.
You know how, so this second question, I don't want to, so you don't respond to it and it feels like you are
coming for the whole, no, we're not, so please. I just gonna beg you, I'll be first on.
No, but then, okay, for the first question, I mean, sometimes, because you will not, so when you see these things, like I'm talking about the activities now and games happen at events, you find that from the way you would interpret it, or some person might look at it that, oh, I've pretty much seen this game one too many times. Yeah. But then, I feel that, okay, for instance, now with the how well do you know your partner? There's a particular game, where you have the shoe game. These days we now have, of course, you don't want to have the couple
take off their shoes.
Take off their shoes, it's just stressful and all that. So it has evolved. So you have props, them working with props and all that. That is something that is pretty much a constant, right? It's pretty much a constant. Is a game that can still, I don't know. But then what changes are the questions.
Yes.
The kind of
everybody has their own unique questions.
The kind that that you can ask the couple. So at different times, for different weddings, you switch the questions. You switch them up, just to make it a bit,
Yeah.
But then you find that sometimes you might say you don't even want to do all these games, especially the ones that we know, scavengers hunt. Like the last wedding I had last Saturday, I didn't want to do scavengers hunt. Like, because again, sometimes the way I approach weddings, I might have planned, let me just keep this here. I might do it. I might,
Yeah.
But I look at the crowd. I look at the
energy.
The energy. Sometimes don't force it. Don't try to, let me throw in scavengers now.
Yeah.
You go peak. No. Like sometimes, even getting to call people out to participate in that game alone, it's war. And then sometimes people are finding, or they now know that when you're calling them out and setting chairs, they already know.
They know what it is.
They know what it is already. So
you're
for some persons, exactly. But then sometimes it's either the wedding planner actually wants it, like the last wedding.
Yeah.
I was trying to say, I don't think this space feels a bit too tight
for that.
For that. Having to ask people to go fetch different items, it might be a little too, I don't want accidents and all that.
Yeah.
And, at the end, we had to do it. She was like, no, let's do it. And eventually it went well. It was received well. The friends came out. The person that won was sprayed in dollars. And, it went well. It was a good whatever. So that one in itself, scavengers, what makes it unique is the kinds of things that you ask people to go and bring.
Yes.
So that's another way. It can be a game that is that's always can be a part of a wedding.
Absolutely.
But it's what you ask people to bring. Sometimes just some silly things. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
And all that. So sometimes it's not you wanting to insist that I want this game done. Sometimes it's the planner, or the other time it was the couple specifically asking me that, they want us to do this game. There's one balloon game that she saw somewhere. So yes, that happens sometimes. Some the clients would
we'll get to that.
Watch.
We'll get to that.
Don't
jump.
Well,
don't jump.
because and they'll be like, this is not my style. You saw something online,
So
somebody
adapting.
doing handkerchief something. That's his style, and then you now want me to adopt it.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, they are paying you your salary. So if they say they want you to
Do it.
strip, you strip, and
He who pays the piper. And then the second
Exactly.
question is the one that you skillfully avoided. What are the things that exist within the industry that, you know what, you just want to pull your hair out? Because it's not like, the problem is not everybody's doing it, is that not a lot of people are innovating it. Right. So what would be that one thing?
give me an example of what you say.
Okay. So for me, like I'm saying, is we've talked about it. I mentioned that there are games that everybody does. I do them as well. Again, like you said, sometimes the client will ask you, but the problem is, what is unique about the fact that you're doing it?
Doing it
Do
exactly.
you understand? And again, some people now want to cut the cake on JESUS. So the point is, where does innovation come in? How do you now say, you know what, this thing has been done, it's successful, but don't keep it like that. You understand? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes, but you can improve it. That's the point I'm trying to make. So what is that one thing that you like? And you're not bashing anybody, that you would like anybody who's listening, you know what, please define your own style in this particular thing.
I think sometimes with some persons at events, they would stylishly go and how do I say this now? It's as if they are going to beg for money. Yeah, I don't find that very, because I've seen some people make comments. I mean, you don't know. You think you are being smart. Like, for instance, I know some MCs that would do scavengers hunt, and you ask somebody to go and get money. And then the person goes, they bring the money, and then you put it in your pocket. I've seen people do it a couple of times, and I don't think it makes sense. I mean, sometimes if I read I've done it. Let me not even lie.
No, of course.
I admit that, I've asked them to go and bring 1,000 naira. Sometimes I make it fun by saying, oh, okay, so as you bring the money, what I do now, I'll just stylishly do as if I'm putting it in my pocket. I'll be like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move to the next part. And then you just see reaction, hey, and I'll be like, what did I do, And then eventually I'll give them back the money.
Which is
Please
best.
go and return the money.
Or if it's
because
yours,
you don't
hold
know
on
if
to
it's
it.
somebody's last money. Or
You go carry
their
person transport. You
Do you
can't
understand? They'll come
One
meet
day
you
then,
for bros, my mom.
one day you go do and forget
See.
to then go block himself and
Even
where you?
$100 is one I saw. I'm like, bro, give back the money. Like, I was at the event. I'm like, is anybody seeing that this guy took that money and put in it? You are being smart, bro. They've paid you your money. There are sometimes at events, people just come and appreciate you. It's
Of course,
happened.
it happens.
I had an event. They paid, the money I got was like, I don't know, let me not mention it, but they appreciated me more than what I was even paid. I was shocked.
That's quite beautiful. Yeah.
So it happens at events, but don't try to be smart, because what you don't realize is, as you've done that, people have just marked you. That is the kind
of person.
Yes,
you're a beggar.
Is it not that MC that they've paid me my money, most likely even complete before I step in to come and
But you know where I feel that
do the
comes
event.
from?
Yeah,
A lot of people who do this thing that we do don't have respect for craft.
definitely.
That's one thing. You have to respect the craft.
And what they are doing is pretty much like, I mean, no diss to live bands. There are some live bands. Shout out to Frenzy Band that are just amazing.
Yeah.
There's also a couple of others. I think Jojo Band. Yeah. And then a few, right? But there's just some that I've worked with. And I'm like, bro.
They turned the event to
They've
fundraising.
paid you your money. Although somebody tried to explain it to me to say that there are some bands, especially for like the Juju band, the Juju band.
Oh, it's necessary.
Yeah, they have to. Their music will not just start from a certain level and just begin to. They pick from. So I'm like, but we have to work together at the end of the day. Absolutely. We had a town hall meeting, and this was, some of these issues were raised. Because sometimes live bands, as if they are there to make money, and you forget the importance of. I had one event, the guy literally went there and sat on the floor with, on one table like that, and was just singing and vibing for them. They were spraying money. Completely just forgot that
He
bro,
was there to service.
we need to continue with the other aspects on, like, there's even a picture of me online where so because I like put it, I'm asking people like the best caption for this wins, or if anybody can like get exactly, I pull it, maybe from my phone later and show it to you.
We'll try and add it and show it to you.
So I had this reaction, like, so it was the planner,
like Kabilem.
exactly, like, so the planner was signaling me from somewhere, like, move to the next thing now. And that reaction was like, it was captured, like, can you see that it's not me? I have announced like 5 times. Thank you very much. Band, we need to move. As you are talking, it's probably like giving them ginger
for them to increase it.
They'll come and meet you, and they'll give you name. You should give them names
for them to call.
So I saying that is in relation. So what some MCs do is just the same thing. So if you accuse live band for doing so,
don't do it.
And you are doing pretty much doing the same thing by going to collect money, or somebody is trying to spray you. You are talking, and
for them to kiss them.
Maybe when they are dancing, you go and then you now start trying to dance around them so that they get common. I mean, I've done it before, like in but I don't think I saw it. See, listen, so that people will not see you as you need to hold yourself
to a higher standard,
to a standard that people will not just take you for, oh, that's how he is. That's the kind of MC he is.
I get it. So my own now is if I decide and come and sing MC Max O Pepe Rempe and you don't spray me, then you'll get wala. Then your glasses go lost. That'll become your signature.
Okay.
But my next question now is this: like you touched a bit on it before. Where do you draw the line with clients? I mean, I know that it's crazy to say drawing the line with clients again because they're paying the piper. They should dictate the tune. Do you understand? Where will you now say, you know what, Ma, I'm not saying that, you're wrong. I'm not trying to argue with you or fight you, but could we do this way? How do you handle that? Or you know what, you just say, to live and let live, let me just do it. What's your own style with handling clients that want to impose a certain style or a certain activity on you?
Sometimes you must understand at the end of the day, these people are you're working for them pretty much.
Of course.
It's their day. You try to advise them. I try to say, oh, this is what I think we should do. This is what I think is best for us to do.
Yeah.
However, if you think otherwise, I'll not go follow you fight.
Of course no.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to only go 2 ways. The way I want you, not, So it's either it goes that way or I don't know. So I advise you usually, for instance, if you're trying to insist that we should insist that we should do this particular game or activity because you've seen it somewhere
and you like that
and you like it for it to happen.
Same.
Yeah. I was trying to see, there's the way the event is going now. You MC events, well, I'm sure you've noticed that it reaches a certain point in time.
You have to read the energy.
You read the energy.
Yeah.
In fact, at that time, nobody is pretty much paying. That's what people sometimes forget, that you now want to force it. You think that people are there as an MC, to listen to you.
Yeah.
Bro, you have done your bit.
Master
Hold
ceremonies.
it exactly till the end and go. But then you now want to take charge and make it look like you do too much. Bro, I don't advise it. You should know when to draw the line.
Absolutely.
And say I've done enough, or I've done all I can do to of course I'll do my job
without being
I will not do
disrespectful.
anything short of it.
Yeah.
And also with clients like that, if they insist, you still try and do it regardless, but you just see the outcome. However, it just only makes me look bad,
because you can't go and be saying, oh, it's the bride and groom that
insisted.
Want it,
exactly.
No.
Because exactly. So you can't. There are some things you can't. I don't know.
And people miss that point, though.
Yes.
They naturally just say, what's this MC doing? Nobody knows that. You're taking instruction. You're master of ceremonies, but you're taking instruction. The ones that are usually another tricky landmine are chairman of the occasion.
Oh, God.
No, the chairman said do it this way. The bride said do it this way.
See, that one, there are some people that come for weddings that they've made, you've been given a mantle to be the chairman of the event, and they just have a particular way
That
or
it should
style
work.
or knowledge that this is how the event should go. MC takes instructions from him.
Yeah.
He's the one in control of the program of events. I'm like, bro, and you're trying to sometimes insist that, they are not doing feeding.
Yeah.
Like
We're not doing that.
do you understand? So sometimes it's as if this is the problem. The clients will not inform the people.
That I put the
Obviously,
put in that
maybe
position.
because they can't, because of
The respect.
respect or caliber of the person, and all that. So you not let the person, like I've had like 2 events that in fact the chairman, one of them, the chairman took control and he wanted to really show himself that he was the chairman and wanted to coordinate the what do you call that thing? Father-daughter dance.
Kale.
I'm telling you that he wanted to. So sometimes with those things, because out of respect, I'll leave you
To do it.
to do it. It got to a point, the audience, like they knew that.
He was doing too much.
So what they were just waiting for, like people were telling me, guy, just leave them.
Just
leave
do
them.
your
Avoid
thing.
them. Because I don't want the situation looks like I'm now dragging something
Or
with
you're
you.
disrespectful.
Yeah. Show yourself. Do what you want to do.
Have fun.
Have fun. Say all you want to say. No problem. But then it was now obvious. People were like, bro, he was now saying, he was even telling me that, when I've done this before, I'm like, okay.
Sir. And that's the thing.
So you just avoid and...
So we're going to wrap up with 2 questions, right? And we'll try to keep it as short as possible, please.
Okay.
So that we can stay within time.
Pretty much, I should not talk too much.
Yes, it's
I
what
get to the
I was
point
respectful enough for people who heard it now. You know that you are talking too much. Try to calm down. Don't mind me.
now. Okay, I'm done. I'll just walk out.
Sit down. How you doing like this? See me expect I called your belly. Your belly be like billboard. Don't do things like that.
To the point, please.
Yes. Max, what is your process like with the couple? You know that a lot of people don't do this thing. Maybe say, a couple contacts here and say, you know what, I want to see him to my wedding. First time they're seeing the couple is the wedding day.
Yeah. Most of the times.
That's a problem. I mean, it's not, you can't control it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Definitely.
But again, there's some people that don't even care. You know what? I know the job now. Wait till me there. I know me to come, talk, do game and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your process like? Do you think that's important for you to be able to, meet with stakeholders, the couple, the parents, to be able to have a rapport and some dynamic?
Okay, so I have an event for 28th of October. It's like a destination wedding. Or it is.
Will you carry me?
To the point, please.
Okay. I will follow you. Answer the question now.
Can you get me someone else?
No, it's late. There's no use. So your destination wedding, our destination.
Okay.
Right on that.
So I had a meeting with the planner yesterday, and we sat to discuss, all of the itinerary, the program, and all that. A lot of their friends are coming from the US, Jamaica, like different parts.
Yeah.
And so we try to set like, what are we going to do? How is it going to be? So everybody can participate and be,
absolutely,
just have fun. So, and now, so I wanted to get to meet the couple, obviously, so that we can get to understand. I would want to, but sometimes you might not be given that access.
Oh, of course, no, of course.
So, as much as you can, or as much as I can, the best I got yesterday was, the parents are not even in the country at the moment. I've had some events, the couple just arrived.
The country.
No, the country, yes, that week. And so
there's a lot.
I understand how this thing is, where I don't even want to be interacting with you the week to your wedding, because I don't think you are probably in the right frame of mind, because even balance, give me my balance before the week of your wedding. Yes, because I don't want you to now, you understand? You get to the point now. Hello.
Well, hello.
So it's to the point anyways, that the parents, what I got was they would like to have a meeting with me.
Yeah.
But obviously they're not around. And so most likely we'll have
A virtual?
Virtual meeting, do a Zoom meeting and just discuss the program and all of that. So sometimes, yes, I'd like to, because it helps me. One event I had to go to their house, the parents' house, met with the man. It was his 70th birthday, the wife's 60th, and their 40th anniversary. Yeah. And so I needed some details.
Absolutely.
I couldn't have just walked in.
You can't have baked it in.
Do you understand? I couldn't have just walked in and they were like I got to know that the lady is the daughter of the Nobel laureate, Shoyinka.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So I went to the family house, interacted with them, got to know and got some, information. Then Popsy now gave me some 70 names of his friends.
Briefing.
I had to, and so that's another thing that's important for events, right? Which I feel some MCs might just think, they find a way to wiggle it out. Mm-hmm. I've had there's one event that the parents actually came to complain to me, about the MC. I know the MC and I'm not going to mention his name. So that, who does he think he is? Seriously, bro? No. That's what's wrong with him. He was just calling the names anyhow, as if he's, bro, in this part of the world, we take those things
very seriously. So, you see that give honor to him, it is due. Exactly. They carry him for head, though.
I have to. So, which is what I was trying to say earlier, that is one of the things I try to. I don't want to be that MC that just doesn't care. You any name, you just don't really do the work, do research.
Yeah,
I like to get exactly. You see those 70 names. I looked through them. I pronounced them all one by one.
Thank you. That's another thing that nobody does.
And in pronouncing it, looking at it firsthand and pronounced it twice, 3 times, it registers in my memory.
Of course.
So the day of the event, when I'm looking at the paper and following it one by one,
and it's easy.
I can recall how I pronounced it. There's a name. In fact, the mother was shocked on the day of the event that I pronounced the name well. Because the day we were having the meeting, she was like, there's no need for the other name, that you will not be able to pronounce it. I just laughed, and then they told me, the daughter now told me, and then I got the name. It's a what's it called? Benin, they're from Edo State. The name is Aliohena. So it's my job
to know these things.
So you have to know how to pronounce them. And so you go and do your research, go and do your job. But sometimes, which is where some clients will just put you, they will not give you this information until that day.
They'll just
as
give
if
you
the MC is now walking around and trying to get names, which I don't take. I prefer to get those names beforehand. Anybody that's coming extra, no, I can. Then the worst thing, as you're talking there, somebody's coming to
come and do in your front.
Oh!
Jesus
Christ. That thing used to touch me
in places.
In my very distinct.
Yeah.
Gets the point now. So it's usually, I prefer that these names come, so it helps you know, or rather do your job well.
Absolutely. So next, really, we've had a robust conversation. If we allow both of us, there's so much I want to ask, there's so much I want to talk about. But we have to also manage the time. Maybe we'll come back and do this another time, hopefully when you have the time to. But I just want to end by asking your final thoughts. What are your final thoughts on the authenticity of being a Nigerian wedding MC? The pitfalls of repetition. The things to navigate, the things to take into consideration. Just want to get your final thoughts on the matter.
I'll just say that it's for me. First of all, let me start by saying I'm thankful for where I am now. I'm thankful for how it's been, how I started and how it's been and how it's going, and where it's ultimately going to reach. I mean, another thing I didn't mention, I think I did mention, is for me to make me distinct from everybody else, is to be an MC that I don't want to be known as an MC, a singer who MCs, but an MC who sings or can sing. So music is also an important aspect. So where you have an event, you can a wedding, you can also have MC Mex as your
official entertainment.
For your first dance or things
course.
like that. So it's where I'm seeing or working towards, one of the things I'm hoping to achieve with this, So that's one of the things that I want to use or I'm using to sort of make me authentic, because it's going to add value to me as an MC and all that. So everybody should just find theirs, and run with it. What works for them, use it. If you know this is something that will add more credence to what you do, I think you should. So yeah.
Thank you so much, MC Max. I mean, if I had my way, this conversation would not end, ladies and gentlemen.
Although I was going to ask you a question.
No, ask me.
Well, not like question. What part of an event don't you like?
I knew that you were coming to it. So it's difficult to answer that question because if you're
like
I know I get what you're saying.
You prefer not
to handle, and to be very honest with you, I enjoy different facets, but again, that's one I really do not like. I love to be able to be prepared ahead of time for the rollout of all the dignitaries and those we need to honor. The protocols to be established again, because I have also a strong forte in corporate emceeing and of course in government. So I know how important that is.
Yeah.
At the same time, when you now bring it to social events, it can be a hassle, it can be a headache, and because you don't have a producer for a social event more often than not. Anybody can just walk up to you and say, I'm the father of the nephew to the bride. Yeah. And you have to respect as many people as possible.
True.
I do not hate it, but if it could be better, that's something I would look out for. And having asked me that question, you are done. And so we thank MC Mex for sitting on the couch and having this conversation with us. As you well know, as he has stated, and as I stated earlier, this multifaceted communicator and this multi-talented man is an MC who sings. And over the next couple of minutes, you get to have a treat as this man treats you to his hit single, One and Only, by MC Mex. Stay tuned.
All right, I'm here live on the African Bridal Experience podcast. And this is my very first single titled One and Only. I hope you like it. I'm sure you like it. Enjoy.
Now you be my one and only. Now you I gon' share my life with. Forever and for always I'll be, yeah. Faithful and true to you. Now you be my one and only. Now you I want to spend my life with. Forever and for always I'll be, yeah. Faithful and true to you. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Faithful and true to you. Now you be my one and only. Now you I want to share my life with. Forever and for always I'll be, yeah. Faithful and true to you.